If Hollywood has Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a stunning talented actor, K-pop has Vernon, known as VerCaprio, who is a stunning talented idol. His beautiful face might give you the wrong idea that he's lived a life of no struggle, but Vernon has had some tough times on his way to stardom. In today's edition of Idol Exploration, we're gonna explore a man with the perfect look and skills for a K-pop idol, Vernon of 17. But wait! Pop quiz! What is Vernon's full name? Number 1. Vernon Hansol Che. Number 2. Hansol Vernon Choi. Number 3. Hansol Vernon Che. And number 4. Vernon Hansol Choi. Do you think you know the answer? Then tell us in the comment. We'll give a signed 17 CD to the winner selected randomly out of the subscribers that left the comments below. And I'm sure you've already hit the like button, subscribed, and turned on the notification, right? Vernon was born on February 18, 1998 in Manhattan, New York. In America, Vernon's full name is Hansol Vernon Che. His Korean name is Che Hansol. Vernon holds a dual citizenship with South Korea and the United States. This is because his mom is French-American and his dad Korean. Normally, interracial Koreans or overseas Koreans use their middle names as their Korean names. Vernon is quite unique in this respect. He uses his English name Vernon as his middle name, and his mom's maiden name is Vernon too. So he's basically using his mom's old surname as his name as well as his stage name. His face almost gives you the impression that he spent his whole life in New York, but Vernon actually moved to Korea with his parents when he was 5. Vernon's parents are sort of the unsung heroes because they passed their attractive looks and abundant talents onto their son. His parents are both abstract modern artists, and Vernon, who was passed down the artistic talents, began making appearances on TV at an early age. When he was very young, he participated in a baby contest in New York. And while other babies either cried out of nervousness or clung to their moms, Vernon was smiling ear to ear throughout the whole contest on stage. When Vernon's parents saw that, they thought maybe their son would grow up to be an actor or someone who performs in front of an audience. Vernon went to school at Ewha Women's University Elementary School, which is a famous private school attended by kids from wealthy families, including a granddaughter of the president of South Korea and the son of the head of a big corporate group. Among the kids of rich, famous, and powerful people, Vernon was particularly popular for his handsome face. In 2010, Vernon appeared on a kids program called 꾸러기 Life Inquiry on SBS. It was his dad who suggested to him that he appear on the show to gain new experience. When he was still in elementary school, Vernon also appeared as a dating expert on a show called 송은이's Eye to Eye. Vernon's appearance on this show is now regarded as a rather embarrassing part of his early life. But it definitely shows how Vernon attracted a lot of attention for his handsome look. From a young age, Vernon wanted to grow up to be someone who grabs everyone's attention. So he didn't stop at making appearances on kids shows. In 2012, he participated in the audition program held by JTBC called Made in You. He sang an old song and played the guitar, but unfortunately didn't pass the audition. Vernon's dream of becoming a singer seemed unachievable, but when he was in 8th grade, he had a turning point. One day, when Vernon was waiting for the subway to get home after school, he was noticed by a person from Pledis Entertainment and was cast right away. The rare opportunity to get into the entertainment industry came out of nowhere just like that. And so in 2012, Vernon joined Pledis Entertainment and started training as a trainee. This was the beginning of a tough period for Vernon, who wasn't very good at singing or dancing at that point. He later said that the first 3 months of his training were the roughest. His singing lessons didn't go as well as he'd hoped. And his dancing lessons, while a lot of fun, pressured him more and more in every lesson because there were so many trainees who were already amazing at dancing. Vernon was getting more exhausted at every passing moment. So what turned it around for Vernon? 2 words: rap lessons. At first though, Vernon wasn't allowed to take rap lessons because he had been cast as a vocalist. But Vernon was always interested in hip-hop since he was in elementary school, so he really wanted to take rap lessons. Then one day, Vernon made a big move. When the rap trainer came to teach the rappers, Vernon showed him the rap verses he wrote on his own. The rap trainer noticed Vernon's interest and passion in rap music and said, "Nice lyrics, why don't you take the rap lessons too?" Since rap training was something he chose to be a part of because he wanted to, Vernon trained as hard as he could. Vernon became completely immersed in rap music, and he started to come up with a bunch of new ideas like, hey, what if I did this, or what if I did that? Hey, this style is kinda cool. I wanna try that style too, and stuff like that. This was when Vernon's life motto became just have fun. It wasn't about making efforts just to be successful. He learned that having fun in earnest is what's really important. But given his schedule, it was easier said than done. As a trainee, it was too hard for Vernon to juggle his intensive training and his academics. Vernon confessed this struggle to his parents, and after discussing, they decided to have their son drop out of school in 8th grade. As his homeschooling days began, Vernon put a serious amount of time and effort in training, and his skills rapidly improved. After spending 3 years and 3 months as a trainee at Pledis, Vernon was finally selected as one of the final lineup members of 17. Vernon, who was a high schooler at that time, went on the hip-hop survival program Show Me the Money with only one goal of making 17 more known to the viewers. But, right after his first appearance on the show was aired, Vernon was heavily criticized for his poor lyrics. Other participants gave Vernon more crap simply because he was an idol. And throughout the program, rapper End-Up, along with many other contestants, verbally attacked and looked down on Vernon for his lack of rapping skills. Despite all that, Vernon kept cool and calm. He even reached out his hand to the other contestants first for handshakes. Because of Vernon's good manners, viewers thought that he was a good person, though not skilled enough. However, unlike how it might have seemed on TV, this was not to be taken lightly. Especially not for Vernon. When Vernon was on Show Me the Money Season 4, he had to prepare for 17's debut showcase at the same time. He had to pull all-nighters practicing for the showcase, while also writing rap lyrics for Show Me the Money in spare moments. It was later revealed that Vernon even had an IV in him every now and then, firing up his spirit. For this reason, Vernon's experience on Show Me the Money left 17 members deeply hurt. When 17 member Hoshi did a live stream and a song by End-Up came on the background music, he said, "Oh, it's the song I hate the most." 17's executive leader / oldest member S-Coops performed his self-written rap verse during a concert, and a part of his lyrics said, "If you ever step up commenting on Show Me the Money 4, you will die in my hand for sure this time." Vernon, in the meantime, felt really sorry towards fellow 17 members because he felt like he had hurt the team's image. When Vernon was beating himself over this whole thing, one would tell him, "It's okay, we just gotta make changes and move on." According to Vernon, it was all this encouragement and support from 17 members that pulled him through tough times. With all the drama behind them, 17 made a successful debut. 17 attracted a lot of attention and sold about 170,000 album copies in 2015, the year in which they debuted. As a result, 17 was the only rookie group on the list of top 10 male idol groups with the highest album sales of the year. Moreover, 17 swept Rookie Awards at Seoul Music Awards and Golden Disc Awards, establishing their position as one of the male idol groups with huge influence. And Vernon in particular received much more attention and love than the other members ever since he debuted because of his foreign look. He looks as if he'd been raised like a prince, protected from any harm, but surprisingly he was often discriminated against during his childhood simply because he was interracial. So much so that when he was little, he shared his personal desire during an interview, saying, "I wish people would respect each other more and not discriminate against others based on how they look." He expressed a similar message in the lyrics of Lizzie Velasquez as well, which is a track in the mixtape he released after debuting as a member of 17. In the song he said, "Lost in translation, a language where yes becomes no and no becomes yes." Even when I fit in, people around me sometimes ask me, "What's America like?" Shit, I don't even know anymore. When you look at the lyrics, you can see how much discrimination Vernon had to endure in his childhood. But Vernon says that because he grew up being discriminated against, he now respects other people for who they are. Plus, his dad taught him that there are many things that are more important than how you look, which is why Vernon puts a lot more value on being a good person than looking hot. Perhaps that's why there is quite a gap between Vernon's incredibly beautiful face and his surprisingly simple interests and tastes. For instance, Vernon likes to read and write a diary. When he was a trainee, he used to write down everything from his choreography and lyrics to his thoughts and feelings. He had a pen in his hand all the time, filling up one diary after another at an insanely fast pace. Vernon's diary is so important to him that when he was on the variety show 17's One Fine Day and the production crew told everyone to each take out one essential item out of their suitcase, Vernon took out his diary. Vernon once demonstrated this detail-oriented characteristic of his on another variety show called Visiting Tutor. It was a program where an idol visits their fans as a private tutor to teach them a particular subject. On this program, Vernon visited 2 of his fans and taught them Korean and English respectively. Vernon, who always puts his 100% effort in everything he does, taught his fans with sincere devotion. His tutoring session actually turned out to be so successful, the program even coined the term the Vernon effect. In fact, the girl who got to learn English from Vernon studied super hard when a new rule was introduced. The rule was, she could no longer have Vernon as her tutor if she didn't score over 90 points in her first English test. She spent hours memorizing new words and repeatedly listened to the English pronunciation that Vernon recorded himself for her. In the end, she did score over 90 points. The girl's mom was delighted and said, "The whole atmosphere shifted thanks to the tutor." It seems that Vernon is not only a skillful idol, but quite a talented teacher as well, doesn't it? But that's not all. There are so many more qualities about Vernon that make him lovable. In addition to the gap between his stunning face and down-to-earth personality, Vernon often does or says something that is unexpectedly unique and funny. 17 members and fans call him Fourth Dimension for this reason. The rest of 17 members always have their eyes on Vernon because they never know what he's gonna do next. You can see Vernon's uniqueness in interviews too. Vernon was once asked which animal was his favorite, and he said, "I like all the animals, but lately I got interested in live octopus." He's also a big fan of komoku and plays it on his cell phone all the time. He enjoys it so much that one time he even played one of his fans during a fan signing event. Besides his personality, there's an interesting thing about his body too. He has strange moles on one of his fingers. More specifically, he has a red mole known as a birthmark right below his right thumb. Vernon said he likes this mole the best because when you look at it from the front, it looks like a heart. Vernon also has small hands, and he tends to close his fingers in case the 17 ring slips off his finger. You can see his fingers folded in many photos of Vernon. Now, Vernon, being the lovable person that he is, has a number of friends, but the ones who are particularly close with him are the Mola crew. It's a crew made up of 6 members. Former 15 and member Park Ji-min, Pentagon member Kino, former X1 member Cho Seung-yeon, composer Nathan, guitarist Hoho, and Vernon himself. The crew was formed so that idols could have some freedom to do the kind of music they really wanted to do, but rumor has it that Vernon left the crew as he was too busy, although he still maintains a great friendship with the rest of the crew. 17 is no longer some unknown idol group from a mid-sized company. It is now one of the most popular groups in K-pop. And right in the middle of 17 stands Vernon, shining extra bright within the group. At this rate, there is no doubt that his future endeavors and activities will be even more fascinating. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If there's any K-pop star you want to know more about, leave a post on the Ask K board on Doyouram.com or tell us in the comment. For the selected topic, we'll put together a big giveaway event. This has been Doyouram's Idol Exploration. See ya!